Alright, come on. Give me the gameplay. There we go. Yeah, I had to go into studio mode to change it. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it on the fly. Yeah, because I have a whole different overlay set for Baldur's Gate. So I wasn't sure if I'd be able to swap it. So I shared it in one of my group chats. Where basically
a quick rummage.
If you are evil Astarion,
the past made present,
and decided to become a mind, well, if you played as a mind and decided to become the Mind Flayer, you can apparently, and I don't know why this person was so mad with Astarion, but they were not happy with this man at all whatsoever. And ate his brain as a Mind Flayer. But the caption on it said, I've waited 6 months to do this. So I'm like, what could Astarion have done to you?
Over here.
There you are. Keeping it. Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
I mean, I guess if you dislike the character.
What can I say? We shared something extraordinary, even if we didn't always see eye to eye. Let's leave old squabbles in the past.
I guess.
Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
I'm surprised you don't get an option to bite her.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping
Also,
and
I'm
scrounging
a
off the land, I
vampire.
take it.
I don't need to eat.
No offense intended. Quite the contrary, in fact. I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
I find it interesting that she has the same... that they have the same dialogue. I'm a vampire.
I have
My
no
guess
doubt,
is they don't.
but I'm glad to hear you say it all the same. I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined.
Ooh,
There's a lot
enchiladas.
of such places to be
It's
found,
8 o'clock.
thanks
I'm
to the
tempted to
Absolute's
order
armies.
food, but I've got food.
I've been making it my own.
Speaking of which, I'm actually going to go get a slice of pizza and then put the rest away. So hang on, BRB.
You can come as soon as you please, so long as the lodgers approve of you. 4 dogs, 8 cats, 9 chickens, 6 pigeons, 4 sheep, a milk cow named Daphne, a squirrel who's far too clever for her own good, and a wolf cub I found orphaned in some woods.
Sorry about the wait, but I realized it's 8. I should have some food.
He's just a frightened little pup. He has no idea what he'll grow up to be. And maybe, with me there to guide him, who knows what he'll become. It's amazing what can happen with the right nurturing. I've called him Buttons, because he has different colored eyes like buttons on a ragdoll.
Well, shit.
Pain still comes from time to time, but I won't let her torment me. I won't let her take any more from me. She's had more than enough already. Now she can dwell in her beloved darkness, ignored. Sorry. I found that happiness is an active thing. You have to fight for it every day, like you would a battle. I won't give her the satisfaction ever again. Healing. Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. His wolf form is very useful in helping Buttons to acclimatize. I think part of him wishes I'd ended up as a lycanthrope as well. Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a historic reunion. am I? And no small bit surprised, also. Part of me is afraid I'll wake up from the dream and find myself back in the wilds, or worse, at the cloister. But no, it's real. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. Really? I thought you might take up knitting or jam making, perhaps. Of course I'm not surprised, Astarion. I'd be outright disappointed if you did anything less. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. Don't remind me. Someone's always got somewhere else to be, but let's do our best all the same. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Oh, before you go, how does a red dragon plan their day? They don't. They just wing it. Sorry. My father's got years of terrible jokes stocked up that he never got to tell me when I was younger, but lucky for him, I've never heard them. And seemingly, I am easily amused. As if you'd have me any other way. Go on, you've got mingling to do. I'll work on my punchlines some more.
The great vampire lord. Tell me, where is the best feeding ground in Baldur's Gate?
Wow, I'd like to import my food.
A varied diet is indeed the key to a long life. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed.
You see,
Kill for a glass. This night shall be done sooner than any of us would like. I hope we meet again. I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head. We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith. Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into two. Algish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance. Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. And sometimes, a bewitching smirk and quip gets the job done, Astarion style. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm. And to you, Astarion. Now go, mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. But don't think you've seen the last of me. I'll be back. Sure as the comet will rise. Sure as Kalir will forever circle the sun.
Well now. You can make yourself presentable
Rude.
when you have a mind to. An unworthy one. Forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Wow. Okay.
I knew an Everescan Greycloak who would say, Baldur's Gate will be the death of me. But I can't say it doesn't hold all of life. Baldurians
Everesca.
simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two, if they don't expel her. Again.
Alright, have a good dinner, Selena. Thanks for popping in.
Ah, yes. Forgive me. There wasn't much time to offer hospitality with an elder brain looming over the city. They ask about you, of course. But I keep them a little too busy for stories. There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city. But so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. Obliged, my lord. But I think I'd rather see Baldur's Gate become a battlefield again first.
Wow.
But tomorrow's problems may wait there for the moment. The city
Wow,
will trundle
Jaheira.
on without aid for just one night. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Wow, Jaheira.
Fear is the ever-growing size of your ego, Gale.
Wow.
Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend. Boo suggested a hello is more traditional. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover. I come clothed in blood, sweat, and the tears of my foes. What better attire for a hero? The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no? The Zent may keep their peace, so long as Minsk may keep his steel. We shall see which is the first to shatter, But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky? Incorrect, for Boo is most powerful, and Minsk is most massful. And we have
Minsk.
received no invitation to any such parties. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go, and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, Boo. Though I see no soap. So you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Oh, Minsk.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice. You have no idea. You've no idea who I am. Withers couldn't even find a bard that knows who I am. I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another. Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None.
You feel a pang of divine guilt. Musical prayers went out of fashion among bards when Melil, Lord of Song, offended the god Cyric. and was ejected from the Pantheon.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid. You know? You're bloody right. It is an honor. Deep down, I knew you'd recognize me. You're a fellow bard, after all. What can I do you for? Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
I guess there's just Gale to talk to, because everyone else...
I expect there have been other reunions in which I was not.
Aha! There you are, my mortal.
Well, there he is. Gale in all his glory. I hope you're happy, the god of ambition. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous? Not in the least. And who led him straight to such ridiculous notions, hmm? Who left that crown in the river where any foolish wizard could swim down and pick it up? You were looking out for him. I expected better of you. But it would make everything so much easier. I know there's nothing you could have done to stop him. Not really. Once he'd decided to learn nothing from his mistakes, what use were either of our protests? Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime? She misses him so. And I know it would do her heart a world of good to
Oh, so you
discuss her
admit you're
son
here on
with
a different
someone who
username,
knew him as
finally.
he was.
So, since you brought it up, one, this is my chat. This is not the place to discuss this. This is absolutely not the place to discuss this. Because that's Doug's channel, Doug's server. And you're here under a different username than you were in Doug's chat. I know my DMs are closed. That doesn't mean that you bring it up here since you said it publicly in Doug's Discord. So, I was having an okay night. Now I'm just irritated and angry. Nornheim, oh my god, why are you up so late? Not that I'm not happy to see you, but you're up very late. We're having a day. One moment. Hey Panda, welcome back. Just a minute.
See that you do. We'd love to have you. Things have been rather quiet without himself cluttering up the place. Enjoy your party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve a celebration.
Did you just hiss at me?
Sorry, it's a reflex when I clap eyes on something distasteful.
I hoped I'd see you here. I imagine this must be quite a shock. Whatever you're
No
feeling,
worries.
do
I
not be
appreciate you,
afraid.
Nordenheim. I hope you've been well.
Still me.
Did you decide if you're coming to
Still
TwitchCon EU?
Improved version. I'm afraid time works quite differently in Elysium. I didn't realize how long I'd been gone until I received Wither's summons. I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but
Oh,
provide
damn,
a
I'm
rudimentary
sorry.
sequence of events. First,
'Cause I'm
you
not coming to
retrieved the crown
MCM,
of
obviously.
Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the Crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition.
Oh, I hope you had a good time.
Secure. At the heart of my domain. Protected by all the powers at my disposal.
Oh, cool.
I confess, I expected Raphael to come knocking with that infernal contract we signed. But, strangely enough, he never showed his face. Intimidated, no doubt. I can say this much for now. Mystra is welcome to her dominion. My aims are set a little higher than offering cursory blessings to just any half-decent spellcaster. I exist, not to bestow favors on my followers, but to inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves, exactly as I did.
Oh, nice.
Their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible. I am the god of ambition, not of the consequences of ambition. Nor am I the arbiter of good or evil, for that matter. At best, those concerned with the consequences of their actions might consult with Savras, god of divination. Though these days, I doubt he'd see them coming. I am ambition incarnate. As indistinguishable from that most potent sensation as Mystra herself is from the weave. And word is spreading. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning.
Interesting. So I'm a vampire lord. He's a god. Oh, really? Yeah, and Gale's not poly, so...
I see you won't be claiming the domain of patience in the heavens. All in good time, my love. For now, mortality has one more night of enjoyment in store.
Gale's not poly. So if you want to romance Halsin and someone else, it can't be Gale. Now, there is a mod which the Opera Geek might be able to inform you of, because I have not used this mod. There is a mod that allows poly for any character, because Will is not poly, and Karlak is not poly once she can touch you. My having... Hold on. I don't know if that's my neighbor banging on the ceiling or someone pounding outside. Because I'm talking at a normal tone of voice. Hi, Eris. Oh.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again.
No, but I'll be in Glasgow in August.
If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
And do it now because I'll forget.
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Aimer.
To you.
So, it's time for me to return to the heavens. The question is, do you wish to go with me? To become a god at my
Alright, night,
side?
Nordenheim, sleep well.
That is for you to decide, my love. Ambition made me what I am. What drives you, we have yet to discover. Your domain will come to you as you settle into divinity. I can't wait to see what you'll become. Then follow my lead. Close your eyes. How do you feel? And that's just the beginning. I have so much more to show you.
I'm sure he's fine not being silvery gray.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fool.
Yes, yes, he did.
Everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Now I'm gonna reload and betray everyone. Because I haven't done that yet.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Straj! What are you doing?
Together, conquer, rule, command!
In my name.
So with Minthara, I still have to finish. Oh, I did want the screenshot this actually says in my name. No, no party that time. I don't know where I'm at story-wise. I'm not gonna finish the game tonight. Yeah, they're not gonna get Gortash's Netherstone. So this is where I'm leaving off for tonight because I'm tired. My voice is cracking. But thanks for hanging out. Let's see who I can give a raid to. Oh, Natalie's on. So if you're a sub, use the humph emote. If you're not a sub, use the hi howdy emote. You have, be nice. I'm going to raid and run because I'm tired. But thanks for hanging out, both for Final Fantasy and for this. Maybe stream in the morning, maybe not. I don't know, because I need to clean and do other stuff. So, see y'all later. Have a good night.